talk about, this time I want to direct this to the men, because a song that it's been running through my mind today a lot, and I knew why, but of course I didn't want to go here today. I just didn't feel like addressing this issue, but it wouldn't go away, so I figured, you know what, it needs to be talked about, so here we are. And the song was by Jennifer Hudson. It was out years ago, so I haven't heard it on the radio recently. There was no reason for it to be on my mind or for me to keep hearing the beat, like the song, but in case you don't know it, she's basically saying, trying to explain to her, lover, her boyfriend, her husband, so, her relationship partner, that she's fed up with living under his spotlight, being watched constantly, the jealousy, the criticisms, being afraid of her finding somebody else that's more worth her time. And she's just like pretty much explaining as well as she can how it makes her feel like a prisoner. So I don't like living under your spotlight. So that's the song. And I thought, okay, well, let's talk about it. But why I didn't want to talk about it and address it to the men, which this is addressed to the men. I've addressed this issue in other videos with women and how they can carry themselves or how they can learn to self-love, so that has its place, but I've not really addressed the men, and I feel pulled forward or compelled to do so because I think that somebody has to talk to you, instead of just telling the women how to protect themselves from you or how to self-love themselves away from you. Someone has to tell you that you need to embrace spirituality, whether that's Christianity, Islam, Buddhism, something. You need to grab hold of a book, especially if you feel like you can, somewhere in your mind, something tells you it's okay to put your hands on a woman, or if it tells you that it's okay to judge her, criticize her, tell her what's best for her, that ego. It all boils down to a distorted ego. If you have that within yourself, you need to check it. So I'm reeling the Philly in me back. I'm reeling in the Black girl, African American, whatever you want to call it, that comes from with me, that wells up in me when I think about this, control issues over a woman. And I'm asking instead for God, for Christ to speak through me, to channel through me in order to help you, to lead you to understand that you need to get help. If you don't feel compelled to get help because you care about this woman, how you're treating her and how it affects her, get help because you don't want your life to go down, the negative path, because you still want your life to veer into a positive direction. You want things to look up for yourself, because there's this old saying, and it's true, until you do right by me, nothing you do will go right. And that means essentially the whole time you are putting her down, the whole time you think you can put your hands on her, the whole time you think that you can play God in her life, is the more that you kind of build up karma for yourself, or things go wrong for you. You are not going to be happy at the end of the day if you keep going down this road. So not only is she going to be miserable, but you'll be miserable. And who wants to live their life like that? It's a waste. You're wasting your days, you're wasting your hours, you're wasting your time living that way. So what you need to do is embrace spirituality, embrace God, pray, turn your life around. Stay out of a relationship in the meantime. Distance yourself if you are, in a situation where you can't help but see that person, the person that you love. Love is an action. People can say, love, I love you, I love you, I love you. And you can even think, I love her, I love her. But how do you act? Do you act like a prison guard? Do you act like an abusive father? How are you acting toward her? If you don't love her, if you're not acting love toward her, stay away from her until you get your head right, until you get your heart right. So get some help. Get some spiritual help. I say spiritual help. If you lean toward therapy, get your therapeutic help. Get something. But in the meantime, stay away. Don't do more damage. I implore you. So let's see some oracle cards, since this is a tarot channel. The first card comes out unfazed. Maybe you're unfazed by this. Maybe this is not something that affects you on a deep enough level where you think that you need to change. But maybe you don't know why there's things in your life that are not going right for you. Maybe if you're having issues with finances or issues with your brother, or issues with your best friend or something that you do care about may be plummeting and you may not relate it to how you're treating her. Too many. Let's try to get one for you. Played out. Yeah, that behavior is played out. We're moving into a new earth. Hallelujah. A new world where women, divine feminines, are knowing who they are, and they're not going to put up with this behavior. You're going to be left in the dust. They're going to find someone who treats them well, who loves them, who cherishes them, and they will move forward. So it is pretty much your choice. And again, we have unbothered. So I may be talking to men who are in a situation who feel unbothered by this because it's just not affecting you in a way yet. But I guess maybe this is me reaching out to you because I feel that everything is changing. Things that used to go on unchecked, they're not. It seems like the universe is giving out lessons quicker than we're used to. So this is a time where, in case you suspect that your behavior toward her has something to do with another aspect in your life not going so well, let this be confirmation. That's what I'm hoping. It's up to you, ultimately, and her, if she doesn't know it or not. The first thing that came to my mind was, and I don't really encourage you to make an offer to her or a gift or some sort, but the biggest gift of all would be you to change, especially if she loves you and she does see a life with you. If there is a marriage involved, then the biggest gift that you can offer her is change. Surprise her. She would not expect it. Surprise her and become a better man. Become a real leader. Real leaders don't lead by harshness or cruelty or negative vibes. Or real leaders lead with love because they're so secure within themselves that they can be vulnerable. They don't have to, keep their woman home or criticize her to make her feel small. They're big enough inside to stand beside a woman who's big enough to know who she is. They don't feel diminished by her light. They know the brighter she shines, the brighter that he shines too. hope you can hear me. I'm talking lower than normally. I think that's part of me keeping myself in check, keeping my passions under wraps. Scarcity tactics. So maybe you're under a lot of pressure because of finances or something, like maybe you have some scarcity mindset. And it makes you feel like pressure and you take it out on her or out on the world. Again, spirituality grounds you so that no matter what's going on the external, you stay grounded and you don't behave in a negative way toward others or yourself. You stay wrapped in love no matter what's going on. Make her feel protected. If you're scared, if you feel vulnerable, if you don't know what to do, what do you think she's feeling? It's not all about you. She has feelings too. Happiness hater. Hopefully you don't hate the fact that she has a glow up. Maybe she's doing really well and she's thriving and you feel insecure, you feel like you're going to be left behind. Well, you see him looking at them too. He's in a distance and he's watching them. That might be you, because if you can't keep somebody back because you feel insecure. Eventually that gets played out. She's going to just move on. The best thing you can do is become a better person. Make improvements in yourself that will attract good luck to you, favor to you, abundance to you. You know, you have to rise up. You can't keep her down while she's rising up and you trying to pull her down. You got to rise up too. Let's see if your tarot cards. Three of Pentacles, working together as a team. I don't know if you're there yet. You may have to do some spiritual work, get yourself grounded, get yourself wrapped in love before you can come at her ready to work as a team. It doesn't happen overnight, but this is what you want to aim for. Instead of blaming her, criticizing her, or judging her, or trying to keep her from going out because you're jealous or something, you know, get your head right, get your heart right, and then meet her and tackle those problems together that may seem insurmountable. Four Swords, peace, relax, get your head right, relax, meditate, pray, take some time out, get yourself on track. So that's what I have to say to you. I hope that this, you know, can help. I hope someone listens to this and takes it to heart. I will put some links in the description to some articles that may help you in your path